Hello everybody. As if flounder and gelato weren't broken enough already, there's a new food that's been introduced that makes things even easier. I think it's the first food to have this property, which is kind of interesting. Essentially, the flavor text of it is, when you end turn, you gain a temporary 2-2 and you eat one slice. It's a cake, you eat one slice of the cake. Which was confusing when I first saw it, but basically it just means that it activates, eats food triggers every turn. So, for example, if you have a cake on your board and a rabbit, it'll activate the rabbit if the rabbit has triggers left. If you put cake on seal, it'll activate seal every turn. Things like that. Now, what it also means is that if you put cake on something that requires multiple foods, it will count for one of those food triggers. So, I mean, this run isn't particularly, like, groundbreaking or anything. I'm not creating some new combo. This is, like, a known archetype of getting hooded seal to give you a bunch of gelatos or flounders or whatever. To get a ton of stats. Like, this has been strong for a while, and it's just even more strong now. I just wanted an excuse to show off the new perk. And also, I wanted to talk about something else, because Super Auto Pets has partnered with Nexus GG, which means I now have an official creator code. What that means is there'll be a link in the description where you can register your Super Auto Pets account. It doesn't have to be me. Of course, if you'd like to support me through either like YouTube videos or Twitch streams or whatever you watch, then the creator code is a good way to do so. Essentially, if you're planning to buy something from Super Auto Pets, if you're planning to buy a pack or a pack bundle that they just released, or a cosmetic or anything like that, you can use anybody's creator code. That's mine, that's Super Auto Gaming's, that's whoever else has a code. And you'll be able to, they'll like get a cut of the money that you spend. It's a really cool new thing, and I think it's coming at a pretty good time because there's a lot of stuff that's being implemented. Like, this patch is a fairly small thing. They're working on danger pack buffs, which I'm excited for. They're working on, like, I think there's been talks about a new mode. Like some kind of puzzle mode, which is really exciting because I used to actually make some SAP puzzles back in the day. And so having like an official way to do that in-game sounds really fun. But yeah, that's what the creator code is for. Use it if you like. You know, if you're already going to buy something from the Teamwood games anyway, you can choose to either support them or support your favorite creator. It's not like a extra cost to you or anything. It's not like a tip. It just takes from the cut of whatever you spend. So back to this run, we have a giant clownfish, which happened a lot in my achievement grind, to be honest. We transform into flounder. We can't actually put cake on the flounder yet. In fact, I think I make a mistake with that later on. Because it already got a food trigger from Chickpea when it transformed into the flounder. And we don't want it to get the food trigger without the cake. Because then, like, we also don't have the hooded seal yet either. And, like, yeah, this is the mistake I make. Because I buy the cake immediately when I don't actually have the hooded seal yet. But, because I only bought one food, the cake gives 2-2, and then it transforms immediately. And that happens every turn, so it's basically food every turn. Which can be, like, you can argue it's similar to, like, Farmer Dog at level 1. And I could have just used, like, Farmer Dog for this build if I wanted. And I could have just said, like, hey, level 2 Farmer Dog, Hooded Seal, just generate as much XP as possible. But I wanted some excuse to use the cake. I'm sure that there will be more interesting builds to come later, other than just, like, having XP pets. Can someone tell me why I didn't go for the level 2 Evil Book? What am I thinking? Anyway. Yeah, the main thing is just, like, to have an excuse to talk about the creator code, because I think it's really cool. As for how much I'm gonna actually be making, like, I'm gonna try and... Hello, I'm gonna try and make new stuff, as much as I can. But my life is about to get a bit busier. And so I probably won't have as much time, but here it's perfect. So we transformed into the flounder finally. And that transform gave the flounder its first trigger, so we actually don't need to buy any other food on this. This is, like, basically just saving a bunch of gold every turn. But yeah, my upload schedule already wasn't very consistent. But now it's gonna be even less so, most likely. While I study stuff. So look, end of turn you get to level things, and the Hooded Seal will transform it back. At a maximum of level 2, Hooded Seal thinks about its transformability after it's been leveled, so in this case, the Hooded Seal is able to transform down to level 2 instead of level 1 because it got leveled up beforehand. Like, this eats food thing happened, and then the transform happened after this ability activated, but the ability itself leveled the Hooded Seal. But I mean, this build is just, like, too strong. I haven't even really pushed it to, like, any sort of limit. Here I have to chocolate the flounder to get the one trigger, and then the cake will get the second trigger. And then here I freeze okra. It's maybe not amazing, just because I still need to put a food on the... I still need to put a food on the flounder. Which is probably a reason why, like, going level 2 Farmer Dog would be better. As we unfortunately missed the sushi there. And so, like, yeah, I mean, this clownfish guy is still as strong as before. Already at 50-50. And the cake is just providing as much, as much free chocolate as it possibly can. This is a team I respect. It was a shame to take this team out. But I wanted at least one game where I did something with the cake. The thing is, as much as I want to, like, show off the cake, it's kind of annoying because all of the good uses for it are, like, really, really good. Like, you just use it to keep a food build going. So, like, you just get free scaling on seal every turn, or you get free rabbit stats every turn with a food build that's already incredibly strong. Or you do something like this, where you refresh a flounder with it, or you refresh a gelato with it, and just get massive stats that way. It's not the most not the most interesting run in the world, but I just wanted to talk about my creator code, to be honest, because I'm very happy to get it. And also just all the other creator codes. I'm sure there will be more coming out as more people like sign up for it. I think MGods has one. I think Azure might have one. A lot of competitive players that happen to stream on Twitch. Go support whoever you like. But that's about it. Have a wonderful day.